Hey guys, Niklas here from Armil Fitness, back with another video for you. And this time we're going to talk about whether you should train with heavy or light weights when cutting. You see, one of the most common questions people have once it's time to lose body fat is whether they should focus on heavy weights and low reps or light weights and higher reps when they start cutting. The reason why this question is so common is likely because you've heard some fitness gurus say you must train with heavy weights to maintain your muscle mass when cutting, while others say you must train with light weights if you want to successfully get cut. So, should you lift heavy or light weights when cutting? Well, the short answer is that in order to maintain or even build muscle when you are cutting, the most important thing that you should focus on is maintaining or increasing your strength. And this is most effectively done by lifting moderate to heavy weights. If your goal is to achieve a ripped and well-developed physique once you're done with your cut, then your biggest priority should be to maintain muscle mass. There are 3 reasons why maintaining muscle mass when cutting is important. Number 1, muscle tissue is metabolically responsible to much of the fat you lose when cutting. Number 2, a larger muscle has more insulin receptors, which makes the muscle more insulin sensitive. And number 3, of course you look your best after your cut is over. In order to succeed with maintaining or even building muscle when cutting, your main goal should be to maintain your strength throughout your cutting phase. And this is most effectively done by training with heavy weights for fewer reps. Let's look at why this is. Lifting heavy weights will force your body to keep its muscle, since your body will assume that the strength is necessary for survival. Just think about it. If you reduce the amount of weight you are lifting, your body will assume that you don't require as much strength anymore, and it will start using your muscle mass as fuel. This is true because your muscles use up a lot of calories on a daily basis, so much that when your body assumes that you truly don't need the extra muscle, it will see it as expendable. Furthermore, lifting heavy weights is less stressful overall to the body, which will lead to better recovery when cutting. Finally, it's also easier to keep control over your strength progression when doing heavy lifts, like 4 to 6 rep bench presses or squats, rather than doing 12 to 15 rep flies or leg extensions. But is there a time when light weights can be useful then? Well, we have covered that using heavy weights is the most effective and easy way to keep muscle mass while cutting, but using light weights can be a good way to add some extra volume, which can help you burn more calories, as long as you're not doing too much of it. You see, many people use a ton of lightweight training just to burn more calories, but when your body is in a calorie deficit, as it should be when you are cutting, your body is already quote-unquote handicapped when it comes to recovery. So doing too much volume can actually cause you to indirectly lose muscle mass. In other words, your calorie deficit should mainly come from the diet and not from your training. People that are new to training often think that you can cut up a muscle as well. This is another common myth. Essentially, what they believe is that you can make a certain muscle become more visible by burning off fat around it. One example of this could be where someone does a ton of biceps curls day in and day out in hope that this would lead to fat loss only around the biceps. But in order to lose body fat, no matter where you want this fat to be lost, you need to be in a calorie deficit. There is no other secret formula to lose body fat around a specific body part, rather than simply being in a calorie deficit. Your genetics will determine where on the body you will lose your fat first, and once you've gotten lean enough, everything will look cut. Okay, so finally then, what is my recommendation when it comes to using heavy or light weights when cutting? Well, in general, I would say that you can train with both heavy and light weights as long as you try to maintain or increase strength on your key lifts, such as military press, bench press, squats and deadlifts by lifting heavy. As long as you have those staples in your program, you can train with various isolation exercises with lighter weights on top of that without too much struggle. As long as you are maintaining or increasing strength, you have nothing to worry about. But if you keep dipping in strength, then you will most likely lose muscle too, especially when you are in a calorie deficit. Okay, so there we go guys, I just finished this video now. It was a very fun video to create and to record and to edit, so that is awesome. Now, before finishing up this video, I just want to ask you one question guys, and that is, what content, what types of videos and what when it comes to training and diet and so on and getting ripped, do you want to know? Do you want to learn about? Please let me know down in the comments so I know what to make videos on guys. And also subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.